Hello, how's everybody doing? This is Payne Stewart of CTS Career College. I'm currently in the south end of Barrie here at the Senator Homes 210 Dock Road site, and we've been having some problems. Some unlawful events occur, and this presentation is a brief summary on how private security and private security firms help deter crime and help the police do their job, as well as help security officers do their job, and how we free up time for the police because the police don't have time to come down here constantly. If you look around this site here, we've got wood supplies, building supplies, plumbing, copper piping, electrical cord and wire, lots of good stuff. And also behind me here, we've got the 33 OBL Caterpillar excavator, and this is a very costly machine here, and we don't want it going missing. And since we've been here, it hasn't gone missing, and it won't go missing. But organized crime rates have actually been on the rise, and what the organized crime members have been doing is taking these machines here and stealing them, seizing them, and then mailing them to other parts of the world. And it's an actual multi-million-dollar industry is theft among construction equipment and Caterpillar machines. But more of an excuse for heavier security to be here, and that's good, and we need that. Security firm objectives. Security officers are uniformed and to act and protect property by maintaining a high visibility presence to deter illegal and inappropriate actions. Our goal here at RSSI is to eliminate customer security threats and worries and to provide total protection for their investments, property, homes, and most all of their loved ones. We strive to enhance the reliability, dependability, and resourcefulness that adequately serves the needs of our clients and their organizations, property, money, and investments.
If you break the law, you'll hear from me. I know I'm working for the state. I'm the highway patrol.
Prohibition found in Section 18 and 19 of the Act. Section 18 deals with the transportation of firearms, while Section 19 deals with allowing people to carry such firearms on their crew to protect their lives or the lives of other people, or for the performance of their occupation, for example, armored cars, ranks, Garda, and money delivering services. Security personnel are not police officers unless they are security police, but are often identified as such due to similar uniforms and behaviors, especially on private property. Security personnel in the U.S. derive their powers from state laws that allow them to contract arrangements with the clients to give them agent of the owner powers. Another term that we're going to be using today, and that's a good quality security term, is the word countermeasure. The word countermeasure is, definition here, a countermeasure is a way to stop a threat from triggering a risk event. So a perfectly good example of this is one night I was sitting all the way at that end of the site, up there just before it turned. I sat there for 3 hours on a 6-hour shift, came up here, parked exactly where the Jetta was at 0300 hours, take a sip of my coffee, look in my rearview mirror to realize back at the one house, the two white garage doors, the furthest left, that all the windows were smashed in the furthest house on that side of the site. The most disappointing thing about this occurrence is it was unlawful, and I sat there for 3 hours and prevented it. Then as soon as I left, it occurred.
With a sheriff right beside me, pistol pointed at my side.
Okay, so this is pretty much just like a wrap-up, and just to tell us where we're at for the summary. I just wanted to get some intellect and get some, I guess, some input from another guard in the industry. I've been in the industry since November last year, so I've been in it for quite a few months now, and so far it's been beneficial, and it's been very interesting. A lot of people I worked with are very good professionals at what they do, and Mike's been working this job, and he's been working this site here at Dock Road for about 3 weeks now. So we're gonna ask him some questions and see what he thinks. Officer Michael Cosapoli, we've got some questions for him today. Okay, so any problems you keep having that reoccur here at Dock Road?
Well, the main thing that usually happens is honestly it's just pretty much kids breaking windows, stuff like that. There's a lot of cars going on in and out of the site. that you just know aren't here. You know,
In between what hours? In between what hours?
I would say maybe between, I don't know, 2 and 4.
Not bad. Okay, I see.
And but it's usually not that bad. Usually randomly there's cops come do patrol and stuff like that.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
It was all fun and games until the Charter of Rights and Freedoms was released. Well, it used to be all fun and games until the Ministry of Corrections and Protections released its new standard for security licensing. Well, before, to become a security guard, you'd have to send away an application, and the course was optional. Now it's mandatory that you take a 40-hour course at your own expense. The course cost $500 to $1,000. And the Ministry of Correction and Protection is a ministry that releases the test and the standards of the licenses. And you need to pass the exam, and within 5 to 10 business days you'll receive your license once you pass the test. Vulnerability, a weakness in a target that can potentially be exploited by a threat. Great example of how we avoided vulnerability and how we improved security on the site. As you can see, there's a road in front of me, but upon that road is a barricade to prevent more people from coming onto the site while we're supervising the gate.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do? When
I've been at Dock Road since November, and a lot of houses keep popping up, not vacated. Therefore, a lot of crime goes on, windows being smashed, B&Es, kids stay inside the houses, and they'll break the drywall and they'll cause more problems. And we don't want that to happen here. The police stop by and they'll have words with us, but mostly they'll get a call on the radio and they'll be gone. So we hold this place down due to the large amount of people that do not live in the homes, and a lot of the homes are, like I said, vacant. What ends up happening is kids want to roam inside them, they want to stay in them, they want to vandalize the houses. A lot of vandalism goes on here. No graffiti in this area, however there's a lot of break and enterings, a lot of broken windows, and a lot of suspicious vehicles driving around at hours of the night that really have no reason to be on the site. So we keep an eye on them and we observe and report. Assurance, A-S-S-U-R-A-N-C-E, assurance, assurance, the level of guarantee that security systems will behave as expected and prevent crime.
Just a good old boy.
Well, my style of stress relief sometimes disturbs the peace. The police show up, cut donuts in my yard, and while the Zeppelin's playing loud, they run off my party crowd. They cuff my wrists and throw me down so
Security enforcement's perfect because it frees up the police services time so that they don't get held up in one troubled area, then have a series of crime occurs in another area. We can pretty much get a whole fleet of security officers to cover a whole sector, and then that way preventing the police from getting their time held up, because police time is more valuable obviously than security officers' time. But as long as we're there to protect and deter crime, that's our main objective and our main goal. And it's just nice knowing that the police have more time on their hands to protect citizens and to respond to calls rather than deal with just kids breaking windows and spray painting homes and stealing supplies. Other than that, it's good.
bad boys, what you want, what what you want?